Homework 7, section 7.1, percents and decimals, video 4. The majority of the percents that we're going to be using in this chapter involve finding a certain percent of a number, or finding out what percent of a number is something, that's what I just said, or finding out, no, that's not what I said. Anyway, there's a variety of percent problems that we're going to be asked to work out. For example, we might be asked, what is 20% of 90? Or we might be asked something like, 15 is what percent of, we'll say, 85? Or we might be asked something like, 20 is 40% of what? And if you notice, all of these questions are structured the same way. Something is something percent of something. So in all of these problems, you have what's called an is number. You have what's called an of number. And of course you have a percent. And of the three numbers, one of them will be missing. In this case, the is number is missing. In this case, the percent is missing. And in this case, the of number is missing. Now, there's a lot of ways that I've seen to set these up. Some are strictly algebraic. Some are gimmicky and picture-oriented. I'm going to show you one that kind of looks like cross-multiplying. Percents are just about ratios, the part to the whole. So when you see a percent, it is part of 100. Percent means per 100. Between the is number and the of number represents the whole, and the is number is the part of it. For example, 15 is part of 85. 20 is part of something we don't know. Something we don't know is part of 90. In every problem, you'll know 2 of the 3 missing numbers. Then you can cross multiply to find the missing one. So for example, in the first one, let's set up the box with what we know. The 100 goes here, and the percent goes above it. That makes sense because percent means per 100. The only thing you have to keep sorted out is the is on top of the of. The of number is 90. The is number is the number we don't know. So we have to put something here to represent what we don't know. Let's just put an X. Now, just cross multiply. 180, 100x. Those have to be equal to each other. Now you do have to know a little bit of algebra. All you have to know is to get a letter by itself. If there's a number multiplied in front, divide. So divide both sides by 100. Use a calculator, and you get x equals 1.8. 6 say that answer's not right. Because 10% of 90 is 9, 20% it should be more. And I realized I just made a mistake. Silly me. The mistake was in this cross multiplication. 20 times 90 is not 180. 20 times 90 is 1,800. Meaning that when we cross multiply, we have 100x equals 1,800. And 1,800 divided by 100 is 18. Silly me. So that's the answer to the first one. Let's check out the second one, where we are missing the percent. So for the second one, if we set up our box, we don't know the percent, so that's where we're going to put the x out of 100. Our is number is 15. Our of number is 85. And now we do the same thing. Multiply this way, we get 85 times x. Multiply this way, we get 1,500. Those get put equal to each other. 85x equals 1,500. Divide both sides by 85. And I don't think this will come out cleanly. In fact, I think it'll come out rather ugly. In the homework, they'll either ask you to use a repeating bar or round to so many decimal places. Yeah, I don't know why I picked 85. But it's about, and I'm going to put the wavy equal sign, which means approximately equal to, rounded to 2 decimal places, 17.65. So 15 is about 17.65% of 85. And if we do the third one, again, we always know the 100 because percent means per 100. Our percent is 40, so 40 out of 100. The is number goes on top, so 20. The of number goes on the bottom, but we don't know the of number, so that's where the x is. We cross multiply. 100 times 20 is 2,000. 40 times x is 40x. Put those equal. And honestly, you can put them equal the minute you write them down. You don't have to write these. Just put them over there and stick an equal sign between them. Divide by 40. And you get x is equal to 50. So, 18 is 20% of 90. 15 is approximately 17.65% of 85. And 20 is 40% of 50. Every percent problem of this form, something is something percent of something, or something percent of something is something, the sentence may be arranged differently, can be set up in a box with the percent number over 100, the is number over the of number, set the cross products equal, and then you're one division away from solving it.